Okay, we are back. Sorry about last week. I discovered that I was overloading my poor computer and everything was coming to a grinding halt and we were dropping frames left and right. So I've fixed all that. I'm pretty sure we should be able to get through the night, no problem. Yeah. Welcome back to Up Your Game. I'm Mike Dunn, the lead tabletop editor for Gaming Trend, and with me is Steven Starkey, one of our editors.
Hello.
We are going to, as promised, look at a bunch of miniature creation services. And we've got 3 on deck. Anvil, Eldritch Foundry, and Hero Forge. Steven, have you ever used one of these tools before?
Nope, this is a first time for me. I know about them, but I haven't actually used one yet.
Awesome. I've actually used Hero Forge a number of times, and we actually I'm trying to remember. I met the Eldritch Foundry guys at was it PAX Unplugged last year? Yes. And I've been watching that product evolve over the last year, 2 years actually. I've watched the beta kind of develop of their tool.
Yeah.
Anvil is fairly new to me. I have used it once already. I think they've been around the same amount of time as Eldritch Foundry. And of course, Hero Forge was the first one onto this this market. So let's go ahead and take a look at Anvil first. Okay. Let me get it on my screen. Okay. So when you go to anvil.co, which is their website, and actually I'm going to put a link in our chat right away. When we were going to air last week, they actually tweeted out that they had a coupon for 10% off your first order. And as far as I know, that still works. So check the chat for that and watch us build a character. Okay, so looks like I do have a few notes on this. There's about 16 race choices. There's quite a bit of variability in there. They've got it started off on a human male. Looks like they have cat, dwarf, orc, cyclops. Well, let's take a look at that. Okay, there we go. Oh, nice. Goblin. It's interesting how it populates the different parts of it. Kind of makes me wish I could do like a goblin cyclops. Elf, halfling, tiefling, dragon, wolf, frog, eagle, crystal, minotaur, and treant.
So it looks like they've got most of the basic races for Dungeons and Dragons, and then some other stuff in here, maybe from some other games. I don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot of kind of anthropomorphic
Yeah.
race types.
Island of Dr. Moreau types here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they're all bipeds though. So I wonder if they're, eventually, like, because with the new Theros, I think you can play a centaur in that. So.
Right. Oh, that's interesting.
Wings. That makes sense. Bat wings on a bird.
So I'm not sure. I know on one of these you might be able to change out body type. And as I understand, these are all presets. These races, you can change the race individually. Like if we go to head, for instance, we can choose all kinds of hair.
Oh, cool.
It's not restricted to the dragon. And same thing with the face. Like we can go with a more human-looking face. So you can swap out parts individually, or you can just go with the full default race parts. I think they also kind of take that same approach to outfits. But
Okay.
let's back up. What race do you want to build with this guy? This looks a little interesting. We could go for just total nuts, or we could try for something a little more specific. Like, I know I'm gonna build a character like this or something, right?
Well, let's go with a dwarf, because they're right in the middle there.
All right.
With no wings.
Yes. There we go. That's pretty cool how it animates. It kind of does a little choppy morph like that.
I think that we should build a dwarf kind of rogue-like. Let's do something like that, like a dwarf rogue thief type. Gives us a theme to shoot for.
You know, in our Return to the Glory campaign, we have a halfling thief. Maybe we could build out an Edo.
Oh yeah, sure.
Did I see halfling? No. Ah, there we are. Halfling female. Whoa.
Let me see if I can find her description. I don't know if I can see the description.
Let's jump to the head. Actually, wait, let's see. Oh yeah, jump to the head. Alright, so female halfling. Let's take a look at some hair. If Kay knew we were doing this, she'd be like, I don't know. Maybe she'd think it was cool.
I think so. Although the description is not available to me as another player, so I can't help out.
Let me see what I can find.
Well, what I think is super cool about having these websites available is as when I was mentioning before, whenever the first time that we tried this in the stream tanked, I remember going to the hobby shop and just looking through racks and racks of like Reaper miniatures and just miniatures from all the different miniature makers of the time. And way back when we first started, they were all metal minis, and trying to find a mini that matched your character as closely as you could.
Right.
And then trying to paint them up and make them look like your character, or the other way around, finding a really cool mini and then building a character that matched that mini. So it's really, this is a totally different experience where you can custom build to your specifications and get a whole lot closer than just digging through 200 blister packs at the store.
Right. Like you can get, there's a huge variety of figures out there, and especially if you are able to like maybe find older ones on eBay. They've been making miniatures for decades at this point. Mm-hmm. And you know, you can do a lot with paint, and you can do a little bit more customization with like green stuff or like resin or other sculpting things, but that takes a certain amount of skill in and of itself. Being able to just create something on the fly, even if it's using, you know, predetermined pieces like these editors are, it's pretty amazing.
Yep.
It actually reminds me quite a bit of character creators in video games.
Yeah.
So, all right. So I did get her description. Ito dresses simply and keeps her curly hair short and unkempt. She's never without her crooked walking staff, which she often climbs and balances on so she can see over other people's shoulders. Physically, she's rather unremarkable and unmemorable, slightly short even for a halfling, and prone to freckles if she's out in the sun too long. She is never without a long leather string and adorned with a few beads and two large incisor teeth.
Okay.
So some of that is probably a little more specific than we're going to be able to get here, but let's see what we can do.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we've got faces. That's human. Oh, they've only got 2 halfling options. All right, so it looks like human has
more.
Quite a few.
So a human face, does it scale down, or would it just be a big old face on there?
Yeah, it does look like it scales down.
Yeah.
I think it's just the if we look at the difference between that, I think there's kind of more of a
shallower
roundness.
Yeah. Okay. So
Let's
there's definitely a
with the
difference you can see, but yeah.
Yeah, let's stick with the halfling face.
Plain enough.
Yeah. I do think that's interesting that they've simply got a single face for each of these races for each gender.
Yeah. But with them labeled new, it looks like that they're building them out over time, I guess. Okay.
All right. Ooh, eyebrows. This one's probably going to take a while. But eyebrows are very contentious.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, female halfling eyebrows.
There you go.
Yeah, let's stick with that. Ears. Halfling ears.
Okay. They got a little bit of a point on them.
Yeah. We got dwarf. Ooh. Minotaur ears.
Yeah.
Goblin. Oh, multiple varieties of goblin ears. That's interesting. Frog ears. Cool. Facial hair.
Probably don't need it.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
That's pretty cool. You got some good variety there.
Horns. Quite a bit of variety of horns. Like, there's a lot of components here where you could create more creature types.
Yeah.
I think
You
that's
don't
pretty
have to
interesting.
just use their base type.
Ah, personality sliders. Confidence. Confidence. Look at that. Okay.
Yeah, a little bit of a sneer. Okay.
Little cocky eyebrow. Happiness. I don't know. I think that works right there.
Sure.
Not even gonna touch this. Well, here, let's make her angry. So mad.
Yeah.
Sadness. Oh. Alright. Oh. And now we are on to apparel. So yeah, you can start off with full outfits. Like Warrior Queen. Oh. Oh, we've got some steampunk. So this is not restricted to just like your typical medieval fantasy style.
Yeah.
Street urchin.
What about sea urchin? You know that?
Spy. Modern male. Got tails. Oh, historic leader. It's interesting. So yeah, there's quite a few. Wow, you got World War II soldier.
Russian. Looks like German there.
Yep, German technician. Oh, ninja. Greek soldier. Okay, so a lot of historically referenced outfits. Superhero.
Yeah.
Interesting. Druid. So one thing that I think would be nice would be a way to kind of filter these. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're all just kind of mixed in. Samurai, native, bandit. You do cowboy, power armor, leather armor, werewolf. So apparently werewolf is a costume.
What's the leather armor look like? Okay.
Maybe we could start with this as a base and go dive in for some specificity. So this is interesting. You got a variety of hats and headgear. Ranger hood, turban. Again, just as representative as the outfits. Obviously, some of these components are part of those outfits. Beggar hat.
Wait, Governor.
Yeah. And yeah, a lot of new stuff.
Kind of beggar.
You can.
Oh, look, there's a filter.
Where?
So you can filter here.
Ah, you can filter here.
It wasn't on. I didn't see it on the last page, but maybe it was if you scrolled all the way to the top.
Oh, there we go. Filter outfits.
All right.
You also have a toggle here to hide ears if you have big ears and you want to put a big
so
SS uniform hat on them.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't think Ito is a hat wearing type, so I'm gonna move on. Eyewear. Got eye wraps, eye patches, masks. Clown mask.
Oof. No, it's scary now.
Spy earpiece.
Well, I'm on a clay.
Mad scientist goggles.
Nice.
Oh, she has those dark vision goggles.
Oh, that's right.
Yes. All right, let's leave those on.
Cool.
Okay, torso. Let's search. Leather. All right.
Oh, there's different varieties. Nice.
Yes. Or it's tagged like hacker jacket, rim shirt. Let's see what that seems somewhat appropriate.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on. Legs. Biker pants. I actually like that.
Yeah, I think that looks good. And I've noticed that there is a difference in bulkiness.
Right.
With the previous armor, it was kind of bulky.
All right, let's move on. Shoes. All right, boots. Female assassin boots.
Can you go with none also?
You can, I believe. Oh, you've got categories here too. Fantasy.
Oh. Nice.
I didn't see that on the other ones. Maybe I need to look again. You know what? I'm going to. Let's go to outfit. Did we? Nope. See, that's where that toggle, that filter would come in really handy. Let's see. Oh yeah. So if you, oh, okay, I see. Yeah. So these are opposing feet. So you can do one shoe only. Like maybe you lost a shoe. I don't know.
Oh. Or you could have different ones. Interesting.
So, which type of halfling is she? She's a Lightfoot. Let's see. Trying to remember, are light feet the ones with the big hairy feet?
Oh, I don't know. Who knows? You want me to check real quick? I can.
I tried. Yeah, no, let's move on. Well, actually, the question is, should we give her shoes or no?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so
I think
too.
that she comes across to me as a shod.
Yeah, I don't look at Ito and think bare feet.
Yeah, me either.
So
Definitely not
boots.
nurse boots, though.
Yeah, let's
Although
get
they are
back to
comfortable.
categories here and go fantasy. Got fighter shoes, nobleman shoes, peasant shoes, ranger boots, sorcerer shoes. You know what? Let's see. I kind of like that.
Yeah?
I think they're stylish.
Yeah, I think those look good.
Gloves. Steampunk, Plague Doctor.
I'm thinking some kind of lightweight ones. Well, those might work.
Clothing. What do we got here? Those are like
biker gloves.
Biker gloves, yeah.
Rubber
Yeah,
gloves.
nothing too far up the arm.
Try those sorcerer gloves. No, they might go too high up.
Yeah, I think they go too high.
Those don't look too bad. They look kind of like leather gloves.
Yeah.
But maybe no gloves.
I could see her wearing like fingerless gloves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what I think these look like.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Let's move on. Shoulders. Pauldrons and protectors. Shoulder pads.
Oh, too big.
Yeah. I was only thinking about doing like on one side anyway. But that's too big. Yeah, let's move on. Back items. You can put a jetpack on her.
Oh, cool.
Let's see. Cape? I mean, I think a backpack of some sort, really. A backpack. A camping backpack. Let's see how that looks. That's a bit big. World War II backpack.
Rucksack? See how big that is.
That looks like she's about to go to high school or something.
Yeah.
Oh, it's got the straps and everything. That looks too modern. I think. Crest. Interesting. Oh, I guess for like one of the Dragonborn. Bag of crystals. Actually, that seems. I think that works. Just like a simple.
A couple down from that. What is that? Feather cloak. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We've got some quivers, capes, tentacles.
Seem a little stubby.
Yeah. I think just the sack.
Okay.
That seems like her style. Side items. More pouches. This one, of course, you can do left or right. A jester pouch. Let's see. Okay. That looks good. See what that looks like. Yeah, guard pouch. And we can change the stance here in a minute. That's right over here.
All right.
Oh wow, dimensions. This is gonna be some sliders. Wow, she just got tall.
Well, there's a die there for comparison.
Oh.
Doesn't help me much though.
Yeah.
I have to drag out a couple of minis and throw them next to a die to figure out if she's the right size.
I think it's
pretty big.
I think it's a trope that they all use. That looks good. Torso.
Yeah, but she needs to be closer in height to that to the die.
Does she?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
she's about normal human height there, it looks like. If that's a standard size die.
Yeah, standard. You can actually double the size. Interesting.
Okay. On a 1-inch base. Okay. All right. Well, we'll see how it looks. It's really hard to tell, I think.
Yeah.
They should have it standing next to like a typical like 28 millimeter size mini or whatever.
Okay, so here are various body parts. I don't think we're going to stray. Number of hands, feet, wings. Lots of nice variety there. Tails. Handheld. Open hand. Relax hand. Let's see. Let me go in a little bit. Oh, I kind of like that. That's nice. And then closed hand. And then you can do different bases. I find it interesting that they include base at this part of it. I would think I would go to like items or something next. Maybe that's what's next. Yep. Oh, ground items. So you can put like a little die on the base, or arrows, various locations, bags, swords, chests.
Cat, nice.
Oh yeah, you could put a familiar. You got some familiar little rats, squirrels, toads.
Skulls, so you can play 40K.
Soccer ball.
That, my friend, is a football.
I know.
Apparently. Well, it said that.
Yes.
I would have said soccer ball too.
Pumpkin.
Jack-o'-lantern.
I think we'll just leave it blank. Well, I don't know. What do you think? Leaves. Sword.
Okay.
You can put a chest on there. Let's put a chest on there.
No.
Let me see
Smash
where.
your
Yeah. We'll leave it there for now. Let's move on. Oh, you can adjust it.
You can't make it any smaller.
Yeah, apparently not. You can do that with each ground item. Okay. It looks like we have stance. So they've got it. They've got a bunch of presets here. And you can choose torso, legs, or both. So that's some interesting variability there. Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. She needs a weapon though.
Yes.
She needs a dagger in that hand.
Oh no! Oh
Looks like
no!
she's
That
aggressively
staff.
shaking someone's hand.
The staff that's in her description.
Maybe a staff in her left hand and a dagger in her right hand. She does use daggers.
This is true. And then you can customize it. Oh. So it looks like there are sliders for literally every part of this. And you can even flip the stance. That's nice. So you can rotate the hands, tilt, shake. So that's some pretty granular customization right there.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to bother going too hardcore into that. Ah, and then they put you out into that.
So somehow we skipped the weapons.
Yes. So I'm going to go to items. Oh, it was... Oh,
We
that's
didn't
weird.
go down far enough.
Yes, we didn't go down far enough. So hand, sword, nut, swords, axe, lots of axes, exotic weapons, hammers, pole arms, wood staff. That's a glaive. Axes, archery staff. So she had a quarter staff.
Whoa.
That's a very spiky staff.
Yeah.
Got several wizard staffs.
Yeah, maybe a more boring wizard staff might work better.
Well, does it have a hook on it?
And she sits on it.
Oh yeah. Description. Crooked walking staff.
That druid staff may be it. I wonder if it can be made smaller.
Yeah.
They all look pretty big.
Yep. Well, if I recall, the staff itself is rather big. That might work. Instrument, shield. We got daggers. Guns, explosives, equipment. Light source. Cooking, food. I'm not seeing daggers. Maybe daggers are with the swords. Dwarven sword. Flaming sword.
Maybe you can go to the top and search dagger and see what comes up.
Dagger. Stiletto. I like the stiletto. Just item size and position. Aha. Alright, so we can... So that's as small as that staff goes. And you can flip it around. Oh, that's good. Because that's the one thing I wanted to do with this, is flip it.
Can you rotate it so the pommel's not stuck in her arm? like that.
Yep. Let's see.
Interesting. So, yeah, you got a lot of customization ability here. Custom. Yes, whatever the word is.
Customizability.
I guess so. Doesn't sound right. Okay, and then the next step is we're gonna be either doing this for a long time, or we're only gonna be able to get through one, and then we'll have to do another one the next time or something. I don't know. How did you want to do that?
Oh, I just want to save this, and I think we're done. We can talk about materials. So they've got several. They've actually got 8 different materials. You can download an STL. So if you have a 3D printer, you can print it out on your own, and that's $5.
Okay.
And then premium resin. This is actually I think it's on par with the other services, right about base price of $20. But then you can get steel, brass, bronze, silver, and a gold version if you want to spend $4,500.
Wow, but that's amazing that you can do that.
Yeah. So yeah, you can 3D print in all of those materials. It's crazy.
Well, I have a friend that's been telling me to invest in gold for the apocalypse, and this might be the perfect way to do it.
So let's call her Edo. Save. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to order this. So one of the things I do keep on getting in Firefox, and I don't know if it's some new Firefox thing or what, but it keeps on saying you can look at this in VR if you want. That would be pretty crazy. All right. So yeah, that's Anvil.
Okay, what's the share feature? Is that to share with other Anvil customers, or is that?
Let's look. Share your character.
Oh yeah. Okay. No, so you can shoot it out there onto the web. Got it.
Yeah, let's put that in chat. Why not? Oop. And of course,
then I assume somebody could go to that and buy it themselves too.
Yeah, or use it as a starting point.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I can't share it in this. Alright, I will share it later. Okay. Let's move on. Alright. So the next one we're going to look at is Eldritch Foundry.
It's interesting. So Hero Forge is the one that I've definitely heard of the most. Mm-hmm. I'm wondering if are they the first one? Are they kind of the
Yeah, they were first to market.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, it's really interesting because when Hero Forge first ramped up, it looked a lot like Anvil did.
Okay. Okay.
They're a few years ahead of the rest of them, and they actually just last year did a Kickstarter for color miniatures, which is now something that the rest of the world can access. I did kickstart that. I have not ordered my one miniature yet. And I'm kind of glad I waited because today, well, we'll talk about Hero Forge in just a minute. We're just going to go through Eldritch Foundry for a second. So yeah, a lot of the same stuff. This is a considerably different interface, though. It's a little more snazzy. So we've got elf, dwarf,
Furbolg. Oh, cool.
yeah. Furbolg, goblin, orc, half elf, half orc, halfling, human, demon, or demon-born, Goliath, and Wargast. Oh, interesting. So Eldritch Foundry, it looks like they stick primarily to fantasy, at least as far as the races go.
Yeah. Oh, that's like a Warforged.
Yeah. Let's go. Interesting. I like how you can see the scale as it goes back and forth a lot better on this.
Yeah.
Go to body face. So body type. Oh, sliders once again. You do massive legs or just
Anyway.
one massive leg. Yeah, that's quite a few sliders right there. Oh, a butt slider. Gotta love it. Alright, so we'll go clothing. Oh, outfits. Khaki uniform. Oh. No, looks like you can, it isn't strictly, oh, interesting. The magenta. Clearly a Rocky Horror Picture Show reference. Uh-oh. I lost Steven. There he is.
Hey, sorry, I dropped out there.
Yeah. I was just saying, this is the magenta. Clearly a Rocky Horror Picture Show reference.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. A halfling in full Wolfenstein Stormtrooper armor.
Yeah.
Right, please? Huh. So, yeah, there's quite a few choices. Even things like Elven Monk. So right off the bat, I'm looking at this and I'm seeing a lot more stylistic choices. Which I feel like Anvil was trying to be a little more neutral in their approach. These guys are going for it. So let's...
I feel like that the image is easier to, I don't know, it's a better graphical representation of what we're looking at. I don't know how to describe it, but this rendering of what of the model is crisper or something. I don't know. I'm not sure what the difference is, but I like this better.
Right. So you can toggle head items. You have choice of beard, eyewear, eyebrows, hair. Let's see. Interesting.
Huh.
You got hats and helmets. Guess I'm trying to figure out where's the hair? Okay. Oh.
Well, you're on clothing, so go back to body and face.
Yes. Hair. That's what it is. We missed it. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Are we doing Edo again?
Yeah, why not?
A little too manicured, or what's the word? Taken care of. You got something scruffy looking. Yeah. Well, let's go for un. That might be a little bit better.
Yeah, I think that fits pretty good. Interesting, these don't have any names when you roll over them. Get some music on. Okay, so we got horns, eyebrows, eyes. Oh, it's just so you can do like metal or robot eyes or something. Ears, eyewear,
Goggles.
beard, goggles. Oh yeah, goggles. Let's see. I like those better.
Yeah, the other ones are a little too aviation style.
Yeah.
That looks good.
I don't know. Let's do her without goggles.
Okay.
So if we go back to clothing. So there was something. Yes. So you can toggle all those head items off. Like if I had any of that, if I had eyewear on, I could just toggle it off so that I wouldn't have to go all the way back to that section to see what variations look like here.
Okay.
So that's interesting. It's a bit of a... Curious as to how that kind of design decision was made. The former UX nerd in me is contemplating it. Now, this is another thing about Eldritch Foundry. They come out with new content weekly. Like, I've been getting an email every week with at least like, 4 or 5 new components each week.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Let's take a look at gloves.
Where are they located? Do you know?
So I believe Eldritch Foundry is actually located out of Israel.
Okay.
I could be wrong about that, but when I first started chatting with them, I'm pretty sure that they were in Israel. Also, they have a setup. Well, I'm not sure if they've completely rolled it out yet, but I know they've been talking about this since they at least launched last year at Gen Con, where they partner up with local game stores. And the idea is you'll be able to go to like a kiosk or an iPad in a local game store, design your figure, and they'll ship it to the store and you pick it up. You don't pay the shipping, you just pay for the figure. And then the stores get custom store branded components as part of their end. Night Watch Games is actually one of their partners.
Yes, he mentioned that to me whenever I told him we were going to do this.
So, I know they've got it on their website, which, by the way, let me put the URL in chat. Yeah, I've been watching this one grow for a while. And I remember thinking that they had some interesting takes on it, but when I looked at it at first, my first impression was I kind of wait and see what they come up with, how they grow into it. And so a year and a half later, I'm looking at this and I'm fairly impressed.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got here. So there's some cool gloves. Pants. My only gripe about this interface is that it's a little hard. I don't know if I have my browser window sized a certain way so that I can fit it into the stream. But
It seems like there's a lot of wasted space to the right there.
right.
I mean, that whole menu feels like it could be a lot larger because you're only using a portion of the menu.
Well, so if I move that over here, it does expand out, but
Not really a lot, though.
yeah. Let me see. But
Okay.
I mean, in general, I'm finding that I really like the components that they've designed quite a bit.
Yeah. So
They have a
another
little
thing-
more character. Oh, I like that.
I do. I think I like the designs better here, but I'm wondering about the search and filter function.
Right.
That we didn't notice on the other one at first, but I don't see here at all.
Well, it's definitely going to
they don't
become a problem for them eventually, especially if they're adding new components every week.
Yeah, and I don't see a name. If you hover over it, does a name pop
Yeah.
up?
No, there's no names.
So that would be helpful too. So that if you like something, could you go find it again? You just have to scroll through and remember. So.
So I actually like what we've got here.
Oh, yeah.
Cape, pauldrons. Not really interested in pauldrons. Yeah, let's move on. So weapons. Oh, here's some interesting magic effects. So you can actually, if she was a spellcaster, we could give her magical effects. And there's quite a few. Ha!
Bzz.
Nice. Little crystal thing. Or magic focus. Oh, so a magic focus, like you can have a wand. Or a staff. Definitely a magician staff. Or magic user staff. Shields, weapons. Let's give her a dagger. Oh. Several dagger options. Interesting. This is more of a stiletto here. That's cool. No way to flip. Oh, wait a second. What's this? Dynamic chain. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Not available as an STL download, but basically they print it out and it creates a chain that actually moves
Interesting.
instead of being static. That's cool. Sci-fi kind of dagger. All right, let's move on. Tools. Where would, I guess, weapon, staff,
Staffs.
other. Whoa, it's a candy cane.
Yeah.
It's a smaller candy cane. Yeah.
Maybe it's under pole arms.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
Ooh. Man catcher.
Harpoon.
Pokey stick. It's the official term.
Let's go down to the bottom.
I want a non-pokey stick.
A lance. Like a
Weird one. A bee's nest on a stick.
double pokey. More pokey.
Maybe it's,
Oh,
I don't
a
know,
fork.
bludgeoning? Oh, a fork. Nice. It's probably supposed to be a trident, I think.
So that's...
There we go. That's a little bit better.
Yeah.
But she needs a sticky stick. Oh, that's better. Well, no, not really.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Well, we'll use this for now.
Sure.
All right. Pose and base.
Hey, do you know what's brown and sticky?
What?
Stick.
Oh.
You're welcome.
Well, thank you for that, Stephen. Thank you.
Well, you know, I learned it in high school, and I'm holding on to it for the rest of my life.
I think the last time I heard that joke, it was said by you in high school.
In high school, yes.
All right, poses. Okay, so you got preset poses.
Oh, nice.
And then advanced posing. Oh, wow. Okay. So they actually give you... They give you full access to the 3D armature, it looks like. Or fairly exhaustive. Yeah, bones. You can hide the bones, you can show the bones. Arms. See, that's pretty cool.
Yep.
Like, we could probably spend hours posing this, but we're not. Head, weapons. You can pose the weapons. Interesting. Flip the weapon.
You can flip it.
Nope. That's an interesting way to hold it. Twist. Ooh, interesting. Okay. Let's go back to poses. Not a whole lot of preset poses, I'm noticing. Let's go back to advanced posing, weapons, flip. Oh, whoa. That's really strange.
It's not twisting, it's rotating, actually.
Yeah.
What?
Whoa.
Go back to the show. Are the bones? Where's that? Where's this bones? Is there something inside the weapon you can grab to change it?
Yeah, so not with that one. Oh, wait.
It's just the one. It's just
That's
rotating around that one
Yep.
point. Okay.
Wow. So that's interesting. Like, whatever I did just kind of screwed that up. I'd have to go back to default poses and start over. Yeah. So this is a perfect example of when you can give someone a little too much control. Bases, you just get different shapes, base item.
Oh, just like the last.
Yeah, pretty much just like the last one, but it looks like you only get to place one item instead of 3 and a potential of moving it.
Right.
All right. So, comparing this to Anvil, I'm going to say, like, I really like some of the aspects of Anvil and, like, some of the choices they've made. I really like some of the designs for the actual components of Eldritch Foundry. Like, if I could smush the two together, I think it would be awesome.
Yeah, some of the user interface here, this looks more stylish or more sleek, the design, but it's missing or appears to be missing the search function, a filter function, and the names. So even though it looks cooler, I don't think it's as useful as the Anvil interface. But
I
I
agree.
have to say that I like this. I think stylistically, these minis appear, they look a little bit better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So real quick, I want to wrap up in about 15 minutes.
The Anvil one wasn't bad, but this definitely looked better.
So we got about 15 minutes, a little over 15 minutes. I actually have some stuff I've built in Hero Forge that I can show. Okay. And we can use those as starting points.
Price point on that one, did it include different
yes.
materials?
Okay, let me jump back to that while that's loading. Okay.
It says down there, regular mini 35. Is that resin?
Yes. So it looks like a digital download is $250, which is cheaper. And a regular miniature is $35, which is
more expensive.
Yeah.
It's almost twice as much.
Almost. Yeah, they do have. You can make a token for like a virtual tabletop. So that's pretty cool.
Oh, that's cool. All right.
And I think you can do that. You can save that for free.
Okay.
Let me see what happens when I add to cart. I know they have other materials.
Oh, I was going to say, what about, I want my gold one.
Right. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so they only offer one type of material.
Interesting. Okay. Well,
I gotta wonder.
Those other ones.
Go ahead. I really gotta wonder how many people are actually buying some of the non-standard, like resin or plastic material. So.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna go to Hero Forge. Okay, so Hero Forge, they actually just upgraded. So this interface is different than the one that I was accustomed to, and they've got some really nice kind of imagery to go along with it. Quite a few races. Merfolk. Oh, look at this.
Oh, Centaur. Look at that. Yeah, Merfolk.
Yeah, and you can do giants, orcs. Oh, Naga. Serpent folk, frog folk.
Frog folk.
Celestial, fox, bear.
I really immediately like that there's a Centaur.
Yeah. That's fairly new. They haven't had that for that long, I don't think. And interestingly, let's see. What is this? So, you can randomize it. Oh. So, this service is much further along, just because they've been around longer. the strength of any of these services is going to be in how big their library is and how well a user can navigate it.
Yeah, definitely.
This one right off the bat I think it has a lot of what we liked about both of the last two.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to go to my heroes. So something that all of these services do is enable you to save your characters.
Yeah.
So,
that's absolutely necessary. If you're going to spend 3.5 hours tweaking eyebrows and adjusting the leaves on the base plate, then
I still have characters that I created like 2.5 years ago and are probably like their library has probably gotten way better since I created this. But I want to show you this one. I was playing around, like I said before, they have new color minis. I'm not going to say that. And so I have gone into the creator and tinkered, and as a matter of fact, this guy might look a little familiar to you, Steven.
Yeah, it's Pook.
Yes. So I was playing around with the idea of creating Makoya Pook, or Pook, my goblin bard in Talador Adventures. And so I was tinkering around with the colors, the new models, everything. I wasn't 100% satisfied with this, but I do like it. And then I also went in. I played an Adventurers League back during the D&D celebration, and I had a Githyanki barbarian named Zaxxon. And I was toying around with making him too. And I thought it was pretty amazing that they actually had Gith as an option.
Yeah.
So
then does that mean that they're working licensing with Wizards of the Coast then? And I guess they would have to.
Let me see. They might have called it something else. Half giant, orc, frogfolk, giggle dog. Did they have a Gith option?
Maybe you just tweaked with it for a while, tweaked it until you got it the way you wanted it.
Turtle person, lizard person, raven folk, fawn, forest guard, elephant folk, fairy tale goblin, feral goblin, zombie, skeleton, goblinoid, hobgoblin, robot, rabbit folk. Yeah, I thought I started with something, and I guess I just customize it.
Yeah, well, that's pretty good though that you can customize it that far, because that does look like a Gith.
Yeah, I was going for the Goku from Dragon Ball Z kind of hair. Yeah, these were all works in progress. I'm thinking I'm gonna order this one though. I don't know, I might order Pook too. But
so how does it get its paint on it then? Is it printed in those colors, or do they print it and then paint it?
It is printed in the colors. So you can do all sorts of color schemes. I think this one I started off with the monstrous color scheme. You can do infernal, subterranean. And I haven't seen any of these color minis in person yet. Something that I literally just got an email about today were these decals. So you can create an ombre that kind of creates these blends in the color instead of them just being solid, which I thought was pretty cool. Streaks. And and the thing is that when you color it, like, let me put a streak in and zoom in. So, color. So paints, you go to paints. And let me let it populate. So you can select all these different paints, and these paints kind of have automatic blending included in it. So there's already a little bit of color blending happening to kind of give it its category, but like and they have a name for each color. But like, for instance, we can go in here. We'll go with plastic. And we'll go loud acrylic nails, and we can just take any individual piece and color it in. So like, boom. We could go green. Boom. Boom. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
And
how does... Sorry to interrupt. When
go ahead.
You're done.
Oh,
How does...
do fills?
Well, I guess we're going to get to pricing, but does colorizing it change the price a lot?
I'm pretty sure it does. One thing I wish I had was an undo. Anyway, I just won't save him. But let's say we go to cart. Hold on. Buy. Okay. So plastic starts at $19.99. That's pretty much just like... these are the ones I've gotten before.
Anvil's was resin at that price.
Oh, that's right. That's right. So these are 100 micron layer resolution. You can get premium plastic, which is a 50 micron layer resolution, but the plastic is a little more brittle. So you have to be careful with the tiny pieces, but it's definitely like a crisper print, and that's $10 more. A color plastic mini is $44.99.
Okay.
Which really isn't that bad. I'm more of a mini painter, so this is more of like a novelty to me.
Yeah, but if somebody is not a mini painter and
right,
they can get one.
And then bronze, $100.
It's cheaper than Anvil's.
Yep. Painted plastic. So they will have an employee paint according to the paint scheme that you came up with. Now, you'll notice some of these say this material is only accessible to Kickstarter backers. Some of this stuff, like the labels and this, are still kind of in beta. And then you can buy an STL file for $7.99. That's a little pricier, but it does... you could download it immediately.
Okay, pretty cool.
Yeah. So I mean, we could probably go on and on. Oh, look, here's a die. Here's the size.
Yeah, see, that's probably about right.
Yeah. Yep.
So the halfling, I think that your Anvil halfling is going to be as tall as him.
Yeah. So I'm probably going to go back in and adjust that a bit before I place an order. But this is the plan. We took a look at 3 of these services. We're going to follow up on this episode with printouts, printed figures, and at least one of them will be a figure that we created tonight, probably the Anvil one. And we're going to take a look at those in a future episode, and possibly even look at things like how well paint adheres to the material, like kind of the level of fidelity the print is, that sort of thing.
Yeah. Lines and stuff like that.
So what I'll probably do is I will announce when we have that episode coming up. It'll probably take a few weeks before we get the minis in the mail. These do take a little bit longer. And I know in the past, Hero Forge, when they were the only ones doing this, they had a backlog of orders. Like, everybody just went crazy over it. I'm gonna stop. Before we stop, I just want to say one thing. The one thing that I think interests me the most, and it kind of remains to see how they implement it, is the Eldritch Foundry approach of partnering with local game stores and giving them a way to like generate it. I think if there was a way to print it on site, that would be even cooler. And I have a feeling that's where this kind of service is going to eventually go. But this is still pretty darn cool. And like I said, I even have some fully painted miniatures that I've purchased from Hero Forge that'll be part of the next demo. So that I painted, not that I ordered.
No, I'd like to see those. That'll be cool. All right. Okay.
Well, I think that's going to be it for tonight. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back next week. Please watch our D&D game Friday nights, Return to the Glory. It's a bunch of orcs and a halfling underground. You can't go wrong.
Nope.
And yeah, thanks to Eldritch Foundry and Anvil for providing us access to their services, and thanks to Hero Forge for all the minis that I've bought over the years. But
yeah, and thanks for having me on again.
Yeah, absolutely. I think at this point you're officially a co-host. So
okay, I'll take it. Yeah, I think then for future episodes, then we'll be able to announce like our plans for what we're going to do next week. But I don't think we've solidified it yet.
Yeah, no, we're still feeling things out a bit. I definitely we've got a list of things that we want to talk about, but we haven't gotten things rock solid. We've got some possible surprises in store, and we may even do some giveaways before you know it. So.
Exactly.
But in the meantime, thanks again.
Yeah, thanks.
Everybody have a good one.